1. One thing is certain in business. You and everyone around you will make mistakes. Richard Branson. 2. My whole family's been in the business. My whole family is crazy. Blake Lively. 3. Christ would be a national advertiser today, I am sure, as he was a great advertiser in his own day. He thought of his life as business. Bruce Barton. 4. Jesus picked up 12 men from the bottom ranks of business and forged them into an organization that conquered the world. Bruce Barton. 5. Losses have propelled me to even bigger places, so I understand the importance of losing. You can never get complacent because a loss is always around the corner. It's in any game that you're in, a business game or whatever, you can't get complacent. Venus Williams. 6. Corporations are not in business to be social welfare organizations, they are there to make money. Benjamin Carson. 7. I'll never forget that show season. It was completely mad. I was staying between Christy and Naomi's rooms and it was all limos in the Ritz Hotel and all that kind of business. Kate Moss. 8. I have made some of the best friends that I've got in this business. Kate Moss. 9. By 1969, when I celebrated 45 years in the music business, I also had 45 people in our musical family. Lawrence Welk. 10. It is the business of the future to be dangerous, and it is among the merits of science that it equips the future for its duties. Alfred North Whitehead. 11. My curiosity and my appetite for evolving as an actor is one of the main components of me still working today in the business. Kim Cattrall. 12. It's a reality that in this business there's an expectation of being thin. But having a baby is a reality too, and it's more important for me to make milk than to fit into those tiny pants. So that's just going to have to wait. Emily Proctor. 13. A lot of people, including business leaders, think the future belongs to China. Globalization is not a zero-sum game, but we need to hone our skills to stay in play. John Meacham. 14. The monarchy is foremost a business, and it's important to them that the British public continue to finance the excessive luxurious lifestyles of the now quite enormous, wasteful and useless royal family. I find it very sad. Stephen Patrick Morrissey. 15. My view is that you still, in order to win from the labor perspective, have to have a strong alliance with business as well as the unions. You have got to be very much in the center ground on things like public sector reform. Tony Blair. 16. The word career is a divisive word. It's a word that divides the normal life from business or professional life. Grace Paley. 17. Some years ago there was a study to discover the most stressful occupation. It turned out not to be the head of a large business, football manager or prime minister, but rather bus driver. Jonathan Sachs. 18. And I'm not apolitical, I'm very specific in my politics. But a lot of the time it's nobody's business unless you're over at my house having dinner. Tom Hanks. 19. Desperation is the perfume of the young actor. It's so satisfying to have gotten rid of it. If you keep smelling it, it can drive you crazy. In this business a lot of people go nuts, go eccentric, even end up dead from it. Not my plan. Uma Thurman. 20. I have pretty thick skin, and I think if you're going to be in this business, if you're going to be an actor or a writer, you better have a thick skin. John Irving. 21. We have in this country a federal government that increasingly is engaged in trying to determine which business, which regions, which industries will succeed, which will not through a whole range of economic development, regional development, corporate subsidization programs. Stephen Harper. 22. I was bullied as a kid, and I got a job on television. And I had a camera. And so I wanted to go after those business bullies. And I just have been following that instinct. John Stossel. 23. I still have a lot to learn, about the business, about music, and about myself. It's exciting. Britney Spears. 24. Suits are looked at more now as a business thing, which is kind of a shame. If you're not wearing it just for work, you should try and trick it up a bit. Daniel Craig. 25. I genuinely believe that if you want to get in the film business, get in the film business. Daniel Craig. 26. My goal in the beginning was to buy my mother a house. Now I realize, okay, if I really focus and become a key player in business, then I can build an empire. Nicki Minaj. 27. We are at a crossroads in the music business. With the rise of the internet, the world we live in has changed, and the past is not coming back. But I see the glass as half full. The internet and social networking are new avenues for the next Bob Dylan to be born on. John Bon Jovi. 28. Female rappers get it the hardest. You have to be a girl, yet you have to be just as hard as the guys. I think some female rappers get scared out of the business before they can make it. Nicki Minaj. 29. I want to own an NFL franchise. I understand the business of football. John Bon Jovi. 30. It's not hard to get your way when it's your way or the highway. People either follow suit or they're not around. I don't really like the sound of that, cause that sounds like a temper tantrum. I'm just very black and white when it comes to my business. There's really no gray area. Nicki Minaj. 31. Planning cities is a necessary but risky business. Kate Blanchett. 32. I remember when I first started in the business, I lost a lot of friends. Some were jealous, some were annoyed at the fact that I was an actress. Amber Tamblyn. 33. Environmentalism opposes reckless innovation and makes conservation the central order of business. Christopher Lash. 34. A business like acting is 90% luck. You can be a star 1 minute and out of work the next. Amber Tamblyn. 35. You have a career, and you start as a business person. And you work your way, you reach this peak, and you know the time's going to come when you go back down. Miranda Lambert. 36. You can say what you want to about a rapper in a movie, but look at what Ice Cube has done. Ice Cube has created more opportunities for other actors to get jobs in this business than some actors have. Anthony Anderson. 37. When I decided to get married at 40, I couldn't find a dress with the modernity or sophistication I wanted. That's when I saw the opportunity for a wedding gown business. Vera Wong. 38. Baseball is a game, yes. It is also a business. But what is most truly is disguised combat. For all its gentility, its almost leisurely pace, baseball is violence under wraps. Willie Mays. 39. In principle, there are only three main components of spending that much matter to monetary policy: consumer spending, business investment in exports and trade. Evan Davis. 40. Politicians also have a love affair with the small business exemption. Too much paperwork? Too heavy a burden? Not enough time? Just exempt small businesses from the rule. It sounds so pro-growth. Instead, it's an admission that the costs of a regulation just can't be justified. John Sununu. 41. Today I can announce a raft of reforms that we estimate could save over 2.5 million police hours every year. That's the equivalent of more than 1,200 police officer posts. These reforms are a watershed moment in policing. They show that we really mean business in busting bureaucracy. Theresa May. 42. I am just at that stage of wondering where I go from here. I came into this business almost by accident, but now it has become serious. What started as a bit of fun, something to do other than be a model, has taken on a different career curve. I have been forced to ask where that curve is going to end up. Cameron Diaz. 43. I believe people who go into politics want to do the right thing. And then they hit a big wall of re-election and the pettiness of politics. In the end, politics gets in the way of the business of people. Kevin Costner. 44. My success just evolved from working hard at the business at hand each day. Johnny Carson. 45. When I was building the Vietnam Memorial, I never once asked the veterans what it was like in the war, because from my point of view, you don't pry into other people's business. Maya Lin. 46. I've learned that life is very tricky business. Each person needs to find what they want to do in life and not be dissuaded when people question them. Eli Wallach. 47. The jewelry business is a very, very tough business, tougher than the computer business. You truly have to understand how to take care of your customers. Guy Kawasaki. 48. It's tough because a lot of my friends in normal life, a lot of my friends in the entertainment business, and a lot of my friends in the wrestling business are gay. Just to say something spiteful and hurtful, I don't get it. If it was true and I was gay, I'd embrace it, and I'd tell you guys about it and I'd celebrate it. Hulk Hogan. 49. I have no business being a journalist. I'm the most trusting, I absolutely make a habit of believing anything that anybody tells me about themselves. I've never had any reason in the world to think that anyone has wanted to harm me, or lie to me. I believe whatever is being sold, most of the time. Elizabeth Gilbert. 50. In practice we, in the world, must do business with each other. David Mamet.